Last thing, Canelo said that he might bypass May for a rematch with you in September. Your thoughts?
That's new news to me.
Yeah. Would you be open to the rematch?
Terence Crawford brushed off reports of a potential rematch with Canelo Alvarez, saying he was unaware of any plans despite claims of a September 2026 bout. The response highlighted a shift in boxing's power balance, as Crawford now holds leverage following his decisive victory, while Alvarez's camp appears to be pursuing a second opportunity.
Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Woo, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever. And it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like pit-patting them and then like, what?
Like,
you're watching, like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
undisputed greatest of all time, and do what you did. You're beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
Crawford's measured response carries clear implications, signaling that he is in no hurry and will move forward on his own terms. By emphasizing the need to consult his team, Crawford effectively reframed Canelo Alvarez as just another potential opponent, underscoring a shift in leverage following their fight. Any rematch, if it happens, would now be dictated by Crawford's timeline rather than Alvarez's.
So Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford in negotiations to happen 2026, the rematch. And let me tell you something. I'm not bull jiving. See, I don't see this as a Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford rematch. I see this as a showbiz, the adult redemption. I'm going to put all the bags on Terence Bud Crawford to win this damn fight.
Canelo Alvarez's team appears to be making unprecedented moves, reportedly planning to skip his traditional Cinco de Mayo fight in May 2026. For over a decade, that weekend has been a cornerstone of his schedule, making this decision a clear sign of urgency and a shift in strategy following his loss to Terence Crawford.
News just broke. I want to say it broke maybe yesterday or early this morning. Saul Canelo Alvarez, his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, just said that what was Canelo's plans for next year. Now, normally, Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo, which is a Mexican-American holiday, and he fights on Mexican Independence Day. Canelo just put plans out basically saying that he's not fighting Cinco de Mayo. He wants to rematch Terence Crawford on September, Mexican Independence Day weekend next year, 2026. As a matter of fact, here you go.
Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez's longtime trainer, has indicated that their focus is fully on a potential September 2026 rematch with Terence Crawford. Rather than taking tune-up fights, the team plans to dedicate an entire year to preparing, acknowledging the gap exposed in their first encounter. Meanwhile, Crawford has yet to confirm whether he will even step back into the ring.
Listen, I learned about that. I'm getting my $20,000 back. I can give a damn if Terence Crawford is the favorite 5-1. I'm going to put down as much money as I possibly can to get out of that $20,000 Bud Crawford debt. And that's the black damn 2 sugars. Yeah, I learned my damn lesson. And look at me. Look at me. I am dead serious. Now listen, now that we got that out the way, let me give my take, okay? First and foremost, Terence Bud Crawford is a damn dog. And let me tell you what I mean. In negotiating for this rematch, he would be the first one out of the fighters who've beaten Saul Canelo Alvarez to give him a rematch. Floyd Money Mayweather didn't give Canelo Alvarez a rematch. Dimitri Bivol didn't give Canelo Alvarez a rematch. But here Terence Bud Crawford doing what he does. And let me give you a side note. Let me just put a pin in that. Put a pin in that real quick. Do you know what Terence Bud Crawford was trying to do? The type of bags he was trying to collect this year? Terence Bud Crawford accepted the Jake Paul fight. Yeah, the replacement fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Terence Bud Crawford accepted that damn fight. Now, MVP, Jake Paul, they didn't go with Terence Bud Crawford. They went with AJ, which I'm still scratching my head on that. All right, because that is going to be a brutal knockout. But with that said, Terence Bud Crawford said yes to this, knowing damn well he's going to negotiate with Canelo. You want to talk about the...
In boxing, a no often comes down to money, and Terence Crawford's asking price for a rematch with Canelo Alvarez reflects that. His team, led by coach Bernie Davis, has reportedly requested a $100 million guarantee. Highlighting Crawford's status as a fighter with nothing left to prove, the figure underscores his leverage, forcing promoters and investors to decide how much the sequel is truly worth, while demonstrating Crawford's keen understanding of his own value.
So Canelo Alvarez, take the rematch, all right? Why would he start negotiating? I'm gonna tell you why. He's a competitor. And there's a few things going on here. Number one, there was a rematch clause. And I do know right after the fight, so Canelo Alvarez was like, there was nothing I could do with it. But I think what happens is you start to sit back, let me look at the fights, let me think about this. The fight was closer than I thought. You know, that's what Canelo's thinking, right? Because technically it was. All right, when you think about the copy box and shit, put a pin in that. We all know Terence Crawford whooped that man's ass 11 rounds to 1 in reality, all right? But if you count, you know, punches, you know, landed or copy by, statistically, technically, it was a closer fight, okay? Now, Saul Canelo Alvarez also, you know, last time you saw him, he's, you know, nursing and recovering from an elbow surgery, which he had an elbow injury going into the fight. So, you know, you start thinking about stuff like that. I'm talking about if you Canelo, why would you say, you know, let's go ahead with the rematch? I think I got a shot. All right, being a competitor for one. All right, and number two, the fight was closer technically than you thought because you were in there, and in there you felt like you were getting your ass whipped. And number three, you went in there nursing an elbow injury. So it's like, yo, I think I may have a chance if I'm 100% healthy, all right? He feels the same way about Bivol because he had a wrist injury going into the Bivol fight. So it's just, you think about all those things and like, yeah, let me give myself a shot, all right? But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is get my 20 grand back.
Crawford's hesitation may also reflect a lack of competitive urgency. Their first fight wasn't the back and forth many expected, it was a dominant performance by Crawford, leaving Canelo Alvarez frustrated and outmatched. Even legends like Manny Pacquiao have weighed in, noting that Canelo appeared slow and heavy, and warning he would need significant adjustments to have a chance in a rematch.
And can he beat Crawford in a rematch, Canelo? Do you think he can figure it out? That he wants to rematch with Crawford, Canelo?
If he lose weight, like he's big, so that's why it's low.
Needs to lose weight.
When you have icons like Pacquiao pointing out your physical decline, it validates what Crawford is seeing. He's not looking at a dangerous rival anymore. He's looking at a fighter who...
With legends like Manny Pacquiao highlighting Canelo Alvarez's physical decline, Crawford sees a fighter who must drastically reinvent himself to be competitive. That perspective makes a rematch seem less about sport and more about business, tying directly into Crawford's reported $100 million asking price.
And beat Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo after the fight said he had no answers, but Canelo was the undisputed champion. So he had a rematch clause. And as I told you guys in the video I did, Terence Crawford is contractually obligated to the rematch. So Bernie the boxer, he reveals that Terence Crawford is demanding that he gets the lion's share. Now, it was reported the gate did over $45 million, close to $46 million. Gate. It also sold 65,000 people in the arena at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And so with that said, Terence Crawford was dominant in that night. Canelo got 150 million reportedly, and Terence Crawford got 50 to 70 million, right? And so now Terence Crawford wants the roles to be reversed, as he should. Now, keep in mind, Canelo signed a multi-fight deal with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, okay? That's guaranteeing him a specific amount of purse. So Terence Crawford is saying, listen, I came out on top, as he did. I'm the victor, as he was, right? It was very successful, not only just because of Canelo Alvarez, but because of me as well.
Adding to the drama, The WBC recently stripped Terence Crawford of the super middleweight title he had just won, citing unpaid sanctioning fees, highlighting the complicated politics behind major fight negotiations